Turning 30 felt like a mirror moment, not because I had it all figured out, but because I didn't. This is a story of how I decided to transform my life at 30, one habit, one prior, and one decision at a time.
30, I hit this wall emotionally, physically, and mentally. I was not depressed, but I was drained. I had goals, but I had no energy to chase them. That's when I stumbled on a book called Dopamine Detox by Theobald Monsieur, and one line stood out to me. He said, your brain has been hijacked by quick pleasures, and every time you give in, you trade long term fulfillment for short term satisfaction. That hit me hard. It was true. Every scroll, every comfort meal, every I'll start on Monday was me chasing microdose of pleasure and not real progress. So I decided enough. It was time to reset my brain, rebuild my focus, and transform my life.
Good morning from the other side. This is what old age looks like. I did mean it when I said I am gonna be fit for my 30s onwards. So I'm up this morning and going for my run. I'm still training for my 5K because it's in a month exactly now. I have 4 weeks to get to running for the 5K without stopping. I can currently run for like a mile at like a 4 out of 10 pace without stopping. But yeah, I'm trying to work on my endurance. But yeah, I'm going for my run. Bye. Run. The first 10 minutes, I felt so amazing, honestly. But after like 12 minutes, I was over it. This was a 20 minutes recovery. Oh my God. Ugh, I'm so exhausted in the end. I'm like, I don't want to be here. But as Coach Bennett always says, the hardest part is starting the run, and once you start, you have to finish. For 7 days, I did a mini dopamine detox. No social media before noon, no mindless scrolling, no junk food, and no TV. Instead, I replaced all that with stillness, movement, and intention. And to push myself even further, guess what? I signed up for my first ever 5K. At first, I could barely jog a minute without getting winded, but every morning I laced up my shoe anyway. Each run reminded me that transformation isn't about perfection, it's about showing up. And to be honest, around day 4, something shifted. The craving for constant dopamine started to fade, and I began craving progress instead. And that's when I understood another quote from the book. When you learn to delay gratification, you gain your freedom. And that's exactly what's happening. I wasn't just detoxing my brain, I was rebuilding my confidence 1 mile, one decision, and one breath at a time. Once I cleared the noise, I had space to rebuild. I started to prioritize my health. I joined the gym and I prepped my meals and I stopped looking at discipline as punishment. And just like James Clear said in Atomic Habits, every action you take is a vote for the person that you wish to become. And I kept voting. Every walk, every workout, every meal, every quiet morning, I wasn't just changing my body, I was changing my identity. 5 months into this journey, and I feel lighter. Not just in weight, but in spirit. I'm not who I was when I started in May, and that's something that I am proud of. Transformation at 30 isn't just physical, it's deeply spiritual. Here's a verse that became my anchor. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind, Romans 12:2. When I stopped chasing constant dopamine hits, I learned to sit with my thoughts, to pray instead of scroll, to reflect instead of react. It's crazy how peace feels once you stop trying to fill every quiet moment with noise. I'm not finished. I'm transforming one choice at a time. And if you're on the same path, drop a star in the comments, subscribe, and follow along for more videos about self growth, transformation, and faith.